How's it going, y'all? Kodiak Killer checking in for the second installment of our GM Connected series here. Now, I'm going to start it off here. I have 3 messages. Now, I have yet to see Frem's video, so I'm hoping he didn't do what I think he did, and he did. Okay, I don't want Prosser. I'm not even going to look. Not even going to bother looking. I don't want Prosser, and I don't want Stoner. I've done enough of these to know how they do. But a trade request already? I want to decline right away, but let's take a look at it. Knowing him, it's a troll. I'm not sure. LeCavalier, Hartnell, Tiemann, okay, all 3 guys that I'd like to get rid of, potentially. Now, the fucking all-star. Okay, Matt Cook, what's he trying to do? Okay, I'm done. Fuck this. You guys heard it. The controller's on the ground. What the fuck? Like, I can understand the fucking all-star. For fuck's sake, he's a fucking all-star. Danny frickin' Heatley, 50 and 07. But Cook and Brizgalov, has he not listened to me the last, 3 months? I don't like Matt Cook. Okay? He was a dirty player with the Penguins. I'm sorry for all you Penguin fans out there. I'm a Flyers fan at heart. I'm a Flyers fan until the day I die. And Matt Cook was just one of those players that you question why he was even on the ice. Brizgalov, I'm glad we got rid of him. I'm honestly glad that we got rid of him. And 2 6th-round draft picks trying to sweeten the deal? What is this? I understand what he's trying to do here. He's dumping my salary cap. But honestly, if you look, to pick up Heater's salary cap
for 1 year,
I'd have it basically cancel out Hartnell and LeCavalier's. Now, Tiemann is pretty much the same as Cook and Brizgalov. And then you got to think the 2 6th-round draft picks, if I draft somebody out of those and I sign them, that's going to equal Tiemann's, if not be more. I understand what he's trying to do. He's trying to help me out with salary cap, help me out with this, but, I don't want Brizgalov, and I don't want Matt Cook. I mean, I'm sorry, but I know some of you guys are probably out there screaming, Matt Cook fits right into the Flyers' scheme of being goony as all hell and beating the shit out of people. Well, yeah, he does. But, I mean, I understand he does, but I'm going to decline that trade. There's no reason for me to take it at this point. But we're going to start off. We're going to sim a few games. We're going to start off the season against Toronto. Now, what the hell? It keeps popping up different stuff, and I'm sorry about that. We'll probably cut that out. But let's get right into it. Let's sim this game against Toronto. I don't know. I haven't watched Frem's video yet, but I'm pretty sure he did make a comment about the settings. They are on Superstar Hardcore Simulation, 20-minute periods, and it's difficult. We're trying to make this as realistic as possible. Even though the Flyers beat Toronto 4-1, we'll check out the goals here. Kuhlman scored for Toronto with about a minute left in the first, and Voracek scored, with about 5 minutes or 4.5 left in the first. Now Giroux scored about halfway through the second to make it 2-1, and then Mark Streit and Wayne the Pain Train Simmons scored to make it 4-1, which is how it ended. As you can see here, Voracek with an assist from Giroux, Giroux with an assist from Voracek and Streit, Simmons from LeCavalier and Coburn, and Streit from Reed and Shen. Just get right out of that and go on to the next game. I do believe it's against Montreal. Now, in this series, I also am going to be talking about what's going on in the real world. Or I'd like to anyway. I don't know how Frem feels about that. But I'll be talking a little bit about what's going on in the Hut series. I'm pretty sure he did make the comment that we are going to be starting off a Hut Roulette series between the both of us. where we have yet to determine what we're going to do when it comes to win streaks, as far as if we're going to allow trading between each other. And we cap off our second win of the year with a goal from Wayne Simmons in the shootout to win the game. Now let's just check on the goals here. Plekanec scored on Mason in the first period, making it 1-0. Then LeCavalier with a shorty, Giroux on the power play, Shen scoring as well, and Vanek and Georges. And in the third period, Giroux and Rene Bourque. Giroux tied it up with a minute to, he gave us the 4-3 lead with a minute left in the third. And then Bourque, not even a minute and a half later, scores to tie it up at 4. That's how it went into overtime. Overtime, nothing happened, and in the shootout, Wayne Simmons with the only goal, I believe. As you can see here, we're looking at the assists, who's producing, who's not. Now, as many of you will say, you know, this is a simulation. You know, and I'll agree with you, it is. I mean, look at Giroux. He's not going on a 20-game, you know, goalless streak here to start off the season. He's doing pretty well. I think he's got 3 goals already on the year in 2 games. Doing pretty well. Now, we'll move into the third game here against the Hurricanes. And just so y'all know, when it comes time to advance the period, we will be doing that off camera. It takes a while, as many of you probably already know. It takes quite a while, and we don't want to subject you guys to watching that. And we get destroyed by Carolina, 5-2. Bowman from Rick Nash is in Carolina now. Or no, that's Riley Nash. Must be Riley Nash. And then Wayne Simmons from Timonen and Ronaldo. Hartnell from LeCavalier and Reed. And that's all we could muster up against the Hurricanes. Now we'll be going into the fourth game. I'm sorry. I believe it's against Florida. I'm not 100% sure. And it is. Try to get something going here. Try to get 2 points. Try to start off this season with a lead in the Metro after the first 2 weeks. And just so y'all know, I am a Flyers fan. Fremb is a Wild fan, as you probably have already seen. He did pick the Wild. You're going to be getting a little bit of a sense, and holy shit, the Florida Panthers are getting loved by EA in the sim. 4-1 loss, and Couturier is the only one to score. Jesus Christ. But anyway, you're going to be getting a little bit of both sides here in this series. You're going to be seeing the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference. So it's not just going to be all one conference. You're only going to see one side of it. That's what I like about this series, is you're going to see both. Now, we're going into our 5th game here. And after it loads, I didn't catch who we're playing. And we are playing Phoenix now. We go up 1-0 after the first, extend that to 2-0 after the second, and we win 3-1. Michael Raffl seems to be doing all right on that first line. I might end up moving him down. We got goals from Voracek, Simmons, and Timonen, and they got a goal from Shane Doan. Yeah, Raffl does not seem to be producing at all on that first line, so we're probably going to end up moving him down, possibly down to the second, maybe down to the third to play with Couturier and Reed, or maybe down to the second to play with Simmons, or with Hartnell and LeCavalier. See if maybe he can produce something down there. We're going to move into the 6th and final game of this period, and it is against the Red Wings. Now, the Red Wings, I mean, I'm not sure how they do in this simulation, just for the fact of, you know, none of, you know, in GM Connected, they do not sim the computer versus computer games until you sim the period, or advance the simulation period. We do end up beating Detroit 4-0 on goals from Voracek, Hartnell, Giroux, and Timonen. Pretty good. I mean, we're doing pretty well to start this year off. I mean, as you can see there, Giroux scores his 4th goal of the year, Hartnell with his 2nd, Timonen with his 2nd, and Voracek with his 3rd. After this, I will go in and show you the stats, show you a few roster moves that I'm going to be making as far as line changes. And then I'm going to also show you guys a little bit of trading. I am going to do a little bit of trading this episode. Hopefully Frem doesn't watch this video before he makes the next one. But who knows? I guess that's all up in the air yet. But we're going to go into the stats. We're going to go into player stats. We're going to look at how our lines are producing. See who's producing well. I know my first line is doing pretty well. But as far as my second through fourth lines, I'm not 100% sure yet. As many of you know, sometimes the AI in this game or the computer will screw up your lines if you don't save them right. Which, honestly, I'm not too keen and savvy on that. I don't really know how to. So I'll probably be doing roster line changes week to week. Or sim period to sim period. Just because it gives me a little bit better feel. And I think I can have a little bit more say in what goes on. Now, the stats, they do take a little while to load. And here we go. We're going to sort by games played here. McGinn, 6 games, 0 points. Now, I don't really expect a whole lot out of him. He is the fourth line. Now, Voracek, he has 6 games and 5 points. Timonen, 6 games, 5 points. Couturier, 6 games and just 1 goal. Mark Streit, 6 games, 4 points. Simmons, 6 games, 5 points. Luke Schenn, I think he's my second pairing defenseman on the left side, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. 6 games, 0 points. His brother Braden, 6 games, 4 points. Downey has nothing. And Giroux, starting the year off right, starting where he should be. 6 games, 10 points. That's where it's at. Ronaldo even has a point with 6 games. Matt Reed, all 5 of his points are assists. Michael Raffle, 6 games, no points. He does have 2 PIMs. Not what I'm looking for out of him. I'm looking for a little bit more production, so I might move him down and see if I can't find some chemistry somewhere with him. Trying not to make him digress in his progressions. I want to make him better because I do believe he is a good player, and I hope to see him in the league for a few years. Hartnell with 2 goals in 6 games. LeCavalier, 5.6 games. Pretty much all these guys have 6 games, so I'm just going to go through the points at this point. 2 points for McDonald, 2 points for Coburn. Gill and Grossman. Gill has 5 games with 0 points, and Grossman has 1 game with 0 points. From there, I'm going to go to the goalies. Just check out Steve Mason has played all 6 games. He's won 4 and lost 2. He has a 2.31 goals against, and he's rocking a 92.39 save percentage. He's doing pretty well to start the year off. I do not like the way this game does it as far as the goalie rotations. Ray Emery should have played a game in that 6, if not more, but he hasn't. So I'm going to have to probably watch that a little bit more. Get him some playing time, even though I want to get rid of him. Get him a little bit of playing time. Now we'll go into coaching options. We'll go into the lines. And we'll try to set something up here. Hopefully get Raffle a little bit of playing time, and as you can see, he actually moved down to the 4th line. I had him up on the 1st. He will be taking Reed's spot. Reed has been producing, but I don't like Reed on that 2nd line. I'd rather have him on the 3rd with Schenn and Couturier. I do want Schenn taking face-offs. I do believe he's a better center than he is a winger. So we'll try getting that going here, and we will exit out of that. As you guys probably know, you're probably screaming at me right now or putting in the comments, hopefully, because I like seeing your guys' input. You guys are probably yelling right now, why are you doing this right now, before you advance the period? It's because I feel like it. No real reason why, but it's because it makes me feel better about it. But here we're going to go in and try to make a few trades. Hopefully try to get rid of Emery. I'm not sure, but we'll see if he fits on the block with anybody. Boston is looking for a goalie. but they don't really have anything to offer. I mean, Svedberg, he's 24 years old, he's 74 overall, but what's his potential at this point? Not bad, but not the best. Buffalo not looking for a goalie. Calgary is. Ramo, no. You know, nobody really looking for a goalie like Emery, which I don't blame him. But, you know, we're going to be trying to make some moves with him. Maybe trade him away for a few draft picks. Maybe bring up a rookie goalie to back up Mason. And I went back and watched the first episode of mine, and I did realize I did not really say what my goals were in this. My goals for the first year is to make a playoff push. I'm not looking to win the cup, but I'm looking to at least make a good push. Hopefully just make the playoffs at least. Hopefully raise trade value on a few people. Make a few off-season trades. But I'm not really looking to make a rebuild. Might be looking to do a reload after this year, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But, I mean, as you can see, I'm going through goalies here. And actually right here. I mean, right here, yeah, his potential's not that great. But I'm going to see if I can't make this trade work in some way. Hopefully, maybe getting a draft pick thrown in there. We'll try this one out. And no, not happening. So we're going to go maybe try to pick something up. And nothing happening there. And, well, let's just see if that straight up will work. Nope. No, I got a few. There we go. Got a good backup goalie for Mason. Very young. You know, got rid of Emery. Did what I wanted to do. And that's how we're going to end this episode off, y'all. Hopefully you guys, you know, if you're watching this, you've watched the episodes prior, you've watched Frem's episodes here. If not, we'll probably post the links in the description, at least the ones right before this. And until next time, we'll catch y'all later.